All right, what's good, everyone? I just want to make this quick video just to remind you guys that well, not even to remind you niggas, but I just want to make this video just to reinforce and to let you guys know that anybody who gives you a good compliment or a negative compliment, fuck them. And I'm not saying fuck them as in I'm gonna disrespect somebody if they say something nice to me. I'm saying it in the whole general perspective, like, because when you let a good compliment get to your mind, you'll you'll find yourself, if you're not careful, allowing that person's validation to dictate how you do things. And you need to always stay true to yourself, because one thing about this world is, like, anytime somebody in real life compliments me too much, I always get kind of wary about it, because if I feel good, if you say something nice to me and I feel extremely giddy and happy about that, that means if you said something negative to me, I'm going to feel extremely low. So you need to catch yourself when somebody gives you a compliment and how you feel about it. I'm not saying that I disrespect the compliments and I don't want the, I'm not saying that. It has nothing to do with the person. It has everything to do with me. So I'm not talking shit about the person, whatever. It has nothing to do with it, good or bad. I'm speaking about me. If I find myself becoming too happy over a compliment, I check myself, because if you don't, then you're gonna, it's like a drug. You're gonna want to get that next fix. So you, instead of being yourself, you're gonna try to formulate how to make this person keep up that compliment or whatever. And you're gonna, and once you see the energy start losing, you're gonna start feeling like you need to change your ways, which, like, that's not how I do shit over here. That's not how I do shit. Because like me, I'm trying to find a balance right now, as in to keep it professional, not swear, and have the line where I'm not just doing what motherfuckers want me to do. Like, I'm trying to keep that balance, because like I kind of caught myself trying to um do certain things. I'm not gonna go too deep, but this is not just recently. This has been before. Like, I caught myself doing certain things, and this is not just with YouTube. So I don't think it's just, this is personal life, everything. So I've caught myself trying to do certain things just because somebody says something else, and then I have to catch myself at times, like, okay, hold up, that's not who I am. I need to be who I'm supposed to be, who what I'm truly gonna be. But at the same time, you don't want to be like too much rebellious, where, like, how, like I told you guys, I was being disrespectful. That right there, I know the difference. But I kind of got that confused, because I was trying not to be disrespectful, but then at the same time, there were certain things that I was doing that I thought it was because I thought I should do it so I don't be disrespectful, but I was crossing that line and actually changing how I was, so because of other validation things. So I just want to remind you guys that you guys got to understand, like, don't fuck what people got to say. Motherfuckers always have something negative to say. Like, you can do something good one day, and then the next time you talk about a different topic or you say something else, and then motherfuckers look at you sideways. And it's like, number one, if you're looking at me sideways because I'm not keeping up to what you want me to be like, then if you need to check yourself. Don't check me, because why are you so fixated on how another man is acting? Like, get your own fucking life and do your own thing. And if you're offended because, like, I could see if I cussed you out and you got offended, but if you're offended because I'm not keeping up some type of image you want me to uphold, then there's something wrong with you. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, it's weird. Like, I'm not saying this has anything to do with what I'm saying, but somebody left a comment on my last video, and I don't even know if you want to. It has nothing really to do with it. Well, it does kind of, because they left a comment saying, like, cause I made a last video stating about how they're like spamming my shit and how they're copying my shit, and then somebody left a stupid ass comment saying, like, oh, um it's their platform. They can do whatever they want with their platform. No, they really can't. That's not how this shit works. At the end of the day, you got a social security number, and you like using your social security number to work at your bum ass job and to pay your stupid ass rent. So they can easily just say anybody with social security number needs to go and get all types of things, and everybody has to do this and that. And are you going to agree with that? No, you're not going to agree with this. So obviously, it's not. It's more than that. Ain't nobody owns shit in this world. This is why they're able to do things, because you got stupid motherfuckers that, well, it's theirs. They can do whatever they want. There's a reason. Always remember, there's a reason why America doesn't look like North Korea. and North Korea looks like North Korea. You know why? Because of the people there. If people took a stand on what the fuck is right, then they're not going to just be able to do what the fuck they want to do. So it's not about, oh, it's their system, it's their platform. Who the fuck built this system and who the fuck built the platform, nigga? And I'm not disrespecting you who left that comment. I'm not disrespecting you, but I'm just saying, who the fuck built the platform? The people built the platform. So you can't just be going around saying it's their platform, because if you want to say it's just their platform, it's their social security number. It's their vehicle because you have to register it. It's also their property because you got to pay private. It's a whole bunch of their shit. So why don't they just come and just kidnap everybody and lock them in a camp? Because they belong to you technically if you're using their social security number, and they created the whole social security number system. Why don't they just kidnap everybody with a social security card and say, well, you got to come with us if you want to use that number? No, they can't do that because it's more than that, nigga. Ain't nobody owns shit like that. This is how you got stupid ass people who allow their countries and their system to end up like North Korea or some fucking third world country, because you got idiots that don't know how to take a stand and do what the fuck is necessary to not have shit go in that way. So I'm just trying to let you know, like, and it all connects to my whole validation thing, because people like that who speak like that are the same people who they want to get validated on what they do. Oh, somebody I did this, so you like this, I feel good, so I'm gonna keep up this image. It's all about image with these niggas. They want to keep a certain image. Like, fuck you and fuck your image, nigga. So like I'm just fed up with it, because I see a lot of people out here, and they think they know what they're talking about, but they don't know shit. So I'm just done. Because whoever left that stupid ass comment, nigga, like, I'm not gonna disrespect you at all, but that was a stupid ass comment you left. And I'm not, the only reason I'm not gonna get, because I was trying to, because I might get back to being disrespectful again. I may get back, because every time I try to be nice and positive, there's always some people that try to, like, I always attract people that always want to, like, try to sway me the wrong way and try to make me feel like I'm doing something wrong. Like, first of all, this is my motherfucking channel. I'm gonna say whatever the fuck I want on my channel. I'm gonna keep it respectful, and if you don't like my channel, you can fucking leave. Like, straight up, you can leave. You don't have to. I don't need your validation. I don't need shit that you got. Like, none of you niggas ain't shit to me. You ain't paying my fucking bills. You're not doing shit. Everything that I manifested in my I brought into my life was because of me. Ain't no fucking God, ain't no nothing. It was me. So don't sit here and try to act like I owe you something, or if you don't like the show, then click off and unsubscribe. I don't give a fuck. Like, people say, oh, you say you're going to be respectful. You every time you say you're going to be positive, you're not. Shut the fuck up, nigga. I be whatever I want. The only thing I'm not going to be is disobeying the YouTube community guidelines, so I get this channel banned. That's what I'm not going to be. I'm not going to do that because I don't want to get this channel banned. But within reason, I am going to be disrespectful. I won't disobey the YouTube guidelines, but I will be disrespectful. And I'm just going to let you guys know that. So if you don't like it, then click off. I'm not going to. So that's just how it is. I'm just sick and tired of all. I could kind of see, like, the fucking I don't even know what to call it. I could just feel the energies, because I'm good at feeling energy. So all you niggas that try to push certain thought forms and energies, I can feel that shit. I'm like clairvoyant as fuck. So I can see what the fuck is going on. So please don't bring that shit onto my page. I just want to let you guys know that, because I just been getting kind of some feelings, and I don't like that shit. So it is what it is. I'm keeping it 100% real. Somebody told me, oh, you said, somebody even left a comment on one of my posts. Every time you say you're gonna be positive, you always become negative, bitch. Because I'm feeling negative at that time. What the fuck? Ain't nobody always happy all the goddamn time. Fucking idiot. And it's funny because a lot of you niggas talk about me being negative. At the same fucking time, if you lost your cell phone, or if you lost $100, you'll be stressing. If I lost my cell phone $100, I don't give a fuck. So who's really negative at the end of the day? You niggas is the most negative because you trip over losing material things. You motherfuckers would probably cry if you went homeless and lost your fucking job, because you're weak-minded. You have a weak mind. You care about this material world. Nigga, that's sad. If you lost your job and went homeless and you felt some type of way, that's sad, nigga. That's sad. Me, I'll be looking at the drawing board like, what the fuck I gotta do? I gotta do this, and I'll look at it like The fuck? Why didn't I just do that before? Like, that's how I be looking. A lot of you niggas will look at it like your whole life is stopped and your world's ending, and nigga, fuck you. I'm just being real. Like, don't bring that shit onto my channel, for real. Like, because I had to catch myself. I had to catch myself. I kind of felt myself kind of forming how I was, and then all based on I don't want motherfuckers. I don't give a fuck what you niggas kind of think, nigga. At the end of the day, ain't nobody paying my fucking bill, so I just got to keep that straight. And if you think this video is negative, then let it be negative. It is negative. I don't really give a shit. Like I said, I'm gonna be as respectful as I good. I'm gonna be as respectful as I can, so I don't get this channel demonetized or not demonetized because it ain't even monetized, but get this channel banned. So I'm gonna follow the YouTube community guidelines, and that's what it is. As far within the community guidelines, I'm gonna say what I gotta say, and I'm gonna leave it at that. So just being real. But I just have to say that just because a couple people left some stupid ass comments, and I had to delete a comment because I was gonna respond. I responded to the comment, but YouTube didn't even allow me to respond to the comment. Like, they blocked my comment on my own page. And I'm like, I'm not let to have this fucking dude's comment on my shit, and I can't even respond to it. Fuck out of here. So like, let me just make a video respond. It is what it is though. But I just gotta let you guys know like what's going on, because I'm not gonna. Yeah. Don't let anybody change who you are. And even when somebody says you're being negative, you got to look, everyone's speaking from their perspective. Like, no one really knows what's going on. Like, at the end of the day, like, I've never felt any better in my life than I did these last fucking, ever since I started my 5-day fast, 5-day fast, 1 day off. I felt very, very clear minded. Like, you guys don't know, because back in the day when I actually was at my worst, that's when a whole bunch of people validated me when I was at my worst mentally. Then, and I noticed as I heal and get into my true being, I noticed that it's like it's reversed. Motherfuckers say that, oh, you're negative, but in reality, it's opposite. When people call me positive, I was actually negative mentally. I had a lot of depression, anxiety, and a lot of mental tension. So when you have a lot of mental tension and anxiety, depression, you want to not bring any other negative. Like, you'll have people that say they're introverted, and they'll be like, oh, I'm an introvert. I like to talk to them. Like, shut your stupid ass up. You're not an introvert. I'm not saying you're extrovert, but 99% of people who say they're introvert are just sensitive to criticism. So they keep their fucking mouth shut because they're so upset and they're so scared of what the next man has to say. So they just keep their fucking mouth shut. And then they say, I'm introverted. No, bitch, you're not introverted. You're just sensitive to criticism because you're a pussy. You're a scary cat. So now, since you're a scary cat and you're a pussy, you want to say you're introverted, but you're not introverted. You just sensitive to criticism. 90% of people say they're introverted. Because why is that everybody on the internet and they mama saying, oh, I'm an introvert, I'm an introvert? No, you just sensitive to criticism, so you keep your fucking mouth shut. That's all it is. You know, if you went out there and started speaking, first of all, you're not even in the right mindset to even attract people that think like you. So you can only attract a bunch of dumbass bots and bums. So that right there is one of the reasons why you're an introvert, because you're not even in a mindset to attract who is supposed to be in your life. So obviously, if you're around people who you don't vibe with, it's easier to call yourself an introvert because you're not even in a high vibration to be able to put yourself into locations and attract the people, places, and things that you need to make yourself be extroverted or not even be an introvert. So we got to get that straight right there. A lot of these people that say they introvert are just mentally ill fuckheads who they got mommy and daddy issues and people problems that they haven't fucking resolved yet. Because if you did, you probably wouldn't even be in your location, and you wouldn't even be around the things and places that you think you're supposed to be, like that you're at currently. Because your external is a reflection of your internal. So if you're around a bunch of people you don't fuck with, that means there's something wrong with up here that you need to go back and heal. That's what you got to understand. And then you have most of the world like this. This is why you even see the people talking about passport borrows. They want to go to different countries. The reason why they want to go to different countries isn't because just they're not just saying it for no reason. There's a reason why they're saying it. Obviously, there's people who went to other countries and they've seen it worked. So, because if it didn't work, then there will be no such word or term called passport bro. The reason there's a term because there's obviously somebody who consider themselves, they would have been like, okay, that passport stuff doesn't work. Let's don't make a term for it. But since you keep hearing people talk about it, obviously it works because if you're not in the right vibration, you're not gonna you can only attract who you are. And since most people are in a low vibration on the West, they only can attract they can't attract the money and the circumstances that in the situation to get up out of their area. So they're subject to be stuck in this area. So they could only attract a bunch of mentally unstable people. This is why most of the people in the US is mentally unstable. I just seen an article of um I just seen an article recently and they said America was knocked off. They had a list of the 20th most happiest countries. I guess America lost that rank. So it's because people are becoming mentally more unstable, aka people aren't doing the shadow work. Especially, I don't even want to just say it's women, it's men and women. But women and men, we reflect it differently. Men, when a man hasn't done the shadow work, it's different than when a woman doesn't do it. Men, we're taught to have to actually get our shit together and suck it up and make a way and stop complaining. So with men, it looks different than women. Women have been brought up through Disney and the whole princess programming and all that shit, and how women are supposed to be treated. Because in the West, they treat women different than the East. So when a woman isn't healed and going through trauma, she projects that onto the world. She'll get upset and angry that her shadow work hasn't being done because women subconsciously believe the external world is supposed to fix their shadow work because they got a pussy and they're a female and they look pretty. But it's like, bitch, no one cares about you looking pretty. We in 2024, nigga. Like, you could be the prettiest bitch in the bunch. If you don't got nothing to bring to the table, eventually the man's gonna get tired of fucking you and is gonna cheat on you, leave you, or disrespect you and disregard you. So you got to bring more than just your looks. This is why you see a lot of bitter, angry, upset women when you just start walking and they're up there, just have problems of this unhinged mentally, is because they don't want to do the shadow work and they feel like they look good, that they should have this. So then they feel like that subconsciously. Then they go on Instagram and they see all these other bitches who don't even look as good as them, and then they're attracting more, but they're not looking at that female actually done the shadow work. So that's why she's able to live a more fulfilling life. And that's why you a 9 or you a 10 out of 10 and you still working at fucking Lowe's warehouse. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, this is what's going on. So you got a lot of these mental traumatic ass bitches out here, and it's mainly the men too, because like I said, you attract what you are in your reality. So if you have a lot of men that are hurt, it's going to manifest as a lot of women that are hurt. Because if you were a man and you were on your shit, you will manifest women that weren't on some bullshit for the most part. And this is why you have a lot of men, once they get their shit together, their spirit attracts them to become a passport bro and travel outside this fucking country. And I'm not saying women outside the other country don't have problems. I'm not saying that, but the problems are significantly less and they're more tolerable and you can deal with it more compared to out here. And there's actually more cases where you can find women that are not on some bullshit, because the Western world has a lot of programming, advertisements, insecurities, and they have a lot of chemicals within the food that make the women more masculine and the men more feminine. So it's a lot of shit going on, which is the reason why the world is the way it is. You guys got to understand that. And then niggas want to say they're introvert or this, or I don't do this, or like, it's crazy. And you even got these lesbians, these dykes, and these niggas that are gay and all that. All have to do with the food. Like, I see, so even like the dykes nowadays don't even look the same no more. Back in the day, because me, like back in the day when I was in high school, we had dykes, but the dykes were women that they look like women, but they just cut their hair and they just wear men clothes. Now the dykes actually look like fucking men. Like, if you think, you can't even really tell. Like I said, we always had dykes, but the dykes are different nowadays because of the chemicals in the food. And not just the chemicals, it's the programming, the mind control, because where the mind goes, the body goes. People watch social media so much. You're watching so much crap on social media, all these memes, all these useless entertainment, and it morphs the brain, how people think. And then how you think morphs how you look. So we got more toxic programming. Before we just had Nickelodeon and Disney. Now we have social media, which is 10 times worse than Nickelodeon and Disney, depending on what you're watching. Most people are watching bullshit. So if you get the average person who watches social media and scroll down their feed, that's 10 times worse than what they were showing on Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network 10 years ago. So that right there is attributing to the mental illness amongst many other things. And then motherfuckers have the audacity to judge you like you need to fit some description or you need to fit, like, shut the fuck up. I don't have to fit anything to you at the end of the day. The only thing I gotta do is keep it rated. Let's just say we just gotta keep it rated G and follow the YouTube community guidelines so this channel doesn't get banned. And that's where I got mixed up. I'm sitting here trying to like keep it. I don't have to keep it anyhow. The only thing I gotta do is follow the YouTube community guidelines so this channel doesn't get banned. As far as that, then it's good. Anything else, that's your problem, not my problem. Because if I don't have a problem with the community guidelines to get this channel banned, then there's no problem. That means my content is sufficient for this YouTube streets. So I'm gonna keep it like that. And if anyone else has a problem, then you can just unsubscribe, and you don't have to watch my fucking video. Shit's crazy. But if you guys haven't checked out my last live stream, my last video, check that out. They stalking my shit and they fucking up my shit. And I'm gonna speak on that shit. I'm gonna make another live speaking on that. We're gonna speak on it because why are they stalking and why are they doing that to my shit? That's the craziest shit I seen in my motherfucking life. That's the craziest shit I seen in my life is them doing what they did. And we gotta put this shit out there. Motherfuckers acting like that's not a big deal or it's no, it is a big fucking deal, motherfucker. All you niggas want to talk about some stupid shit, which at the end of the day, the spiritual shit is fucking easy. The spiritual shit is extremely easy. At the end of the day, you just got to get into your vibration and do what you're supposed to be doing. People just want to get they want you to say the next deepest thing. Oh, what he said something deep. He said something deep. Oh, look at this deep esoteric stuff. But at the end of the day, what the fuck is it doing to you, nigga? At the end of the day, it ain't doing shit to you. It's making you aware, but at the end of the day, is it really bring you to a higher state of awareness? It isn't, because how you get to a higher state of awareness is actually by putting in action and putting in work, sacrificing, giving up desires, and doing things that most people don't want to fucking do. So since people don't want to do that, they want to try to find a shortcut, which isn't really a shortcut. It's just like a crutch that they want to feel. It's like a distraction. Oh, this is some deep shit. But in reality, what's really being done at the end of the day? At the end of the day, it's no different than you watching fucking a movie on TV and being entertained. YouTube is a new TV. Some people, they watch the deep esoteric. 98% of people, they don't do nothing with it. They just be entertained. So it's like, nigga, you might as well just go sit your ass on a couch with your mama and watch Lifetime and eat ice cream, because that's technically what you're doing. You're just watching shit to be entertained. This is crazy. Yeah, like I just felt like I had to make this video because I'm feeling a little I'm feeling I don't like to steal other content creators shit, but like how that nigga Dolo says fart clouds, I hate stealing other content creators shit, because at the end of the day, I'm my own nigga. I do my own thing. I don't give a fuck. Like, that's one thing I don't do. I don't like to copy people's shit, but he made a good word for it. He calls it fart clouds. All these little thought forms that people have to make you fucking kind of feel some type of whack. I could pick up on that shit. I could pick up on that shit. Yeah, I just gotta just keep it real on this channel right now. I'm keeping it real. Like, I had to snap back into reality, because at the end of the day, like, and I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna be coming back with the Qigong videos. I'm gonna be coming back with that as well. And and even with the Qigong stuff, like the Qigong really ain't gonna work if you ain't living a healthy lifestyle. It's really not gonna work. Like, it's just gonna really like it's gonna be good at first, but it's like a drug. It just gotta balance out, and you're not gonna really have no effect, and you're not gonna be able to take it to the next level. And I didn't really want to say that at first because I want people to do it, but like I said, I gotta be real. Like, if you're just eating junk food and just doing the same thing every day, you're not really trying to live a true breatharian lifestyle. It's just gonna be like a drug. The first hit is gonna be, and then eventually it's just gonna balance out and level out, because you need to actually do the work to actually build the energy up but it will still get you to a point to keep you calm and keep you on your game. But if you want to take it to that next level, which most people, they don't want to take it to the next level, instead of actually taking it to the next level, they'll have an excuse why it doesn't really matter. But in reality, it's like you just can't, because you have a hard time sacrificing your desires. You want to eat that Starbucks coffee, you want to play that video game, you want to smoke that weed, you want to do something that's going to tantalize your pleasure, your desires. And since you don't want to admit that that's what it is, you want to like say that, oh, we don't need to do that, it's not important. When in reality, nigga, it is important. If it's not important, then just fucking kill yourself. Motherfuckers say, oh, we're all gonna die one day, it doesn't matter what you eat. Okay, if that's the case, then go donate your liver to somebody who needs it. Go chop off your hands right now, because you're gonna die eventually. You can't take your hand. Oh, you can't take it with you when you die. You can't take your hand with you. You can't take your lips. You can't take your dick. You can't take any body part or anything you have. Go sell your car. Go fucking chop your hands off. Go donate your liver and your kidneys. Go give your whole bank account, your savings away. Go do all that, because you can't take it with you. But you're not gonna do that because obviously, bitch, you're here. And if you die and you can't take it with you, then why the fuck did your stupid ass spirit incarnate to Earth to begin with? Why didn't your spirit be like, well, it doesn't matter what I do in this human body, because when I die from this human body, I can't even take it back where I'm at right now. So why the fuck did you reincarnate here, nigga? Like, use your common sense and get into reality sometimes, and use your damn common sense. Go kill your mother, because you can't take your mother with you when you die. You came alone, you die alone. Go kill your mother. You ain't got to kill your fucking mother, because obviously there's something more than this. You see what I'm saying? So use your common fucking sense, people. I hate that I have to speak like this, but like, you got to break it down to these degenerates out here who try to like rationalize their failures at life and try to make you seem like you're somehow um you're too hard, or you're going too hard, or you're doing too much, or shut the fuck up. I'm not doing too much. I'm not doing enough, if anything. YouTube community guidelines is making me not do enough, because if it wasn't for YouTube community guidelines, you guys will see a wrath of me that really you don't want to fucking see. And I mean what I said when I said about the breatharians. If you still have a desire for food or sex, I'm speaking from my book. From my book. I'm not speaking for anybody else, but this is me. And since you guys don't give a fuck about what the fuck my opinion is, it shouldn't matter. So in my book, if you have a desire for food or sex, you're weak in my eyes. I'm weak because I still have a fucking desire for that shit. I'm fucking weak because I have a desire for that shit. I hate that part of myself, that I have a desire for that shit. And I work every time I feel an urge to want to eat, fuck, or drink. I hate that part of me. That's why I try my best not to spend any money. I try my best not to spend any money. I try to steal everything I can get. And even when I'll steal extra shit and I'll waste it. Like if I'm gonna go get something to eat, I'll go fucking get a plate of food and I'll fucking steal another one and I'll waste the other one just to throw it away, because I don't give a fuck about it, and I'll eat the other one and then have to pay for none of that shit. And I try my saying I steal everything. If sometimes I have to buy certain things, because you can't do nothing's really absolute in this reality. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. But if I can do it, I'm gonna do it. The fuck, and that's some real shit. And if you don't like it, you can click the fuck off my page and you can unsubscribe. I don't really care. You ain't paying. And I don't have no hatred towards anybody. So don't say this is I don't have no hatred towards anybody. Why would I give, like, first of all, for me to hate somebody, you have to have done something to me. You're not powerful enough to sway me to make me hate you, to be honest. So you're not powerful enough. Because if I really didn't like you, I would have done something to you, some way, shape, or form. If I couldn't get you physically, spiritually, I'll get you. But so I don't hate nobody. I have no hatred at all. If anything, I hate my desires. That's the only thing I hate. My desires. Anybody who needs to eat, needs to fuck, needs to sleep, I look at you, I already look down upon you. Like, you're weak. I look down. Like, I don't like you. You need to eat. You need to fuck. He was, oh, it's normal. We're in a body. Shut the fuck up. That's you. Don't speak on everyone. Do you know every human being in the world? No, you don't. So you can only speak from your own perspective. And even if it was impossible to get rid of that, that doesn't change what I believe. I just hate this body still. I still hate you just for you being you. The fuck? The fuck doesn't mean anything. Even if like you guys think I'm saying, oh well, you're just saying that because you don't know. But even if it was the fact that it was impossible to get rid of desires, which it isn't, that doesn't change what I believe. I'm still gonna hold that belief. Like I'm supposed to change it and have some type of love just because the truth came out that isn't, nah, nigga, I still have that hate. And I just have that hate while in the human body. The fuck? I'll have that hate until I create another human body and another body and a vessel in an environment where I don't need those desires. And then I won't hate that one. You see what I'm saying? Shit's crazy. And I know every time I be making videos, like motherfuckers, like they think you're like a computer and shit. Like I be spitting some game, right? And there'd be like 5 people in a room. Then I take a break and I just be chilling, thinking to myself and just be like this. And like 3 people will leave the room. Like I'm supposed to be a goddamn an AI automated bot that just keeps talking. The moment I take a break, 5 people will leave the room. Like, get the fuck out of here. I'm not your fucking goddamn entertainment. I'm gonna just chill. And dude, if you don't like it, you can kiss my ass. To be honest, I'm on some real shit. Now I don't give a fuck about anything. And I'm not hating on nobody out there. At the end of the day, shout out to everybody out there who support the channel. But there's some people who got 100,000 plus subscribers. They watch my channel. They couldn't even give me a shout out on my channel on your page. I'm not saying I need your shout out because I don't really need any of that. I don't really give a fuck about all that clout shit. That doesn't mean anything. But like, you watch my channel for all these years. You got over 100,000 subscribers. You can't give me no shout out. I'm not disrespecting you or nothing, but it's kind of funny how you see some people and they be commenting, but then they got 100,000 subscribers plus, and then they can fucking put videos of that fucking old dick ain't working, bald headed ass Dick Gregory, a million videos of him, but then you can't put a video of me on here. But like I said, bro, I ain't hating on you or nothing, but it just kind of weird how you couldn't. But you said it's because I was swearing a lot. That's not really what it is. It just my information just too real, and it is like I really don't care. I'm not saying I just peep certain stuff like that. I just have to call it out. I just have to call it out, and it is what it is. Because I just have to be real and call this shit out when I see it. And I don't mean no disrespect at all. I'm just like calling stuff out for real. And shout out to your page and then whatever. It's good you doing your thing. I'm not hating on it and whatever. Just I see real for what it is. And I just have to really call it out. Like I was kind of slipping back to being fake and acting a certain way, letting certain things change, and it's like, and this is not me being this is me being real. Like you guys think I'm being disrespectful, I'm being mean, or I'm being a troll. No, like 99% of the time I'm not trolling, I'm actually being real. But you are so programmed and brought up in this system that you think being real is a troll. Like I'm supposed to be smiling and giddy all the time and laughing, and like you see all these spiritual people talking about like this fucking whole, even the whole prana fucking community. All they do is just smile and have a nice background, and they think that's spirituality. Like I smile all the time and I have a nice background. Bitch, that is not spirituality. Get a rich crackhead. They can smile all the time and have a nice background. Are you gonna call that spiritual? No, you're not gonna call that spiritual. You're gonna call that a crackhead with a lot of fucking money that has to spin on a nice background. That's what you're gonna call it. But when it's a fucking white bitch smiling all the time with a nice back, that's spirituality. That's the pranic and all that. Like all that fake shit has to go. But when you start speaking real like this, oh, it's disrespect. He's disrespecting these people. He's not being. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Like I said, like if you like, I'm not even go too much more into this, but you guys know what it is. You guys know what it is. Don't accept no one's validation. Like I said in the beginning of this video, anybody that validates you too much, you should actually be wary of them. If you're feeling too happy and giddy over somebody's validation, you need to check yourself, because if you felt happy over that person's validation, then when always, like when somebody compliments you, make sure you don't feel too good. Train yourself to not feel too good from a compliment, because that same person who compliments you, if they talk shit, you're gonna feel the exact opposite. Always remember that. Never fucking forget that. And if it seems like I'm repeating the same thing, it's because I fucking am repeating the same thing. If you don't like it, then you can uncut, you can leave the video, because we gotta be real. I gotta be real moving on right now. I gotta be real right now. I'm not gonna be with no fake shit no more. And it is what it is. Shout out to Jackie New, everyone. One of the most realest ones. One of the most realest ones right there. It's funny because she the only female he be commenting on my shit. That's like I said, she real, because most of these females, they programmed. They fucked up mentally. They're damaged. A lot of these women are insecure. Like, you can't even do nice things to most women out here. You can't do nothing, no, because most, like, I know, like, one thing I realized, like, you can't do nice things to women, like, because I noticed, like, when I go out and because once you guys got to understand, most women have been traumatized and are hurt. Most women are mentally unstable. So when you do something nice to them, or when a man looks at them, even when you just look in their direction, they think that you're trying to hit on them, or you want something from them. Where, so you can't. It's to a point where men. This is why most men are assholes to women. It's not because most men are assholes. It's because they have to be. Because if you just, like, if I treat another nigga like with respect, it's looked at as respect. But if I treat a woman with respect, it's looked like I want something. But it'll be a woman I'm not even attracted to, and I'd be like, "What's going? How's a nice day?" Like I do with a man, and it will be a problem. Like I want something. Like, bitch, you ugly as fuck. You broke. You don't got nothing that I want. I'm just trying to show respect because you're a human being. So I realized, like, recently I was giving some food to a homeless person, and I thought to myself, like, when was the last time I done something nice for a female? I don't remember. It's been years, like probably over 7, 8 years. I done something nice for a female, unless it was like a family member or for somebody, like female I knew personally. Like we had like it was a personal, like I talk, but just a random. And it's because, like, you can't do that because they think that you're, like, a lot of these bitches got daddy issues. They've been hurt by a lot of men, especially these older women who reach their side of return. They've been in a lot of relationships and they've gotten their heart broke because they haven't healed. So they can only attract bum ass men. So they have an anger towards men that they feel justified to, like, not say thank you or not take the respect when it's given to them. So like I was like, damn, I haven't even showed any respect to any of these females all these times. And it's not like I don't want to, it's just because they think that you want something from them. And I was like, I'm not gonna be played like a fool, because, like, bitch, I'll be the first one to be like, bitch, I don't give a fuck about your stank pussy ass. Like, I'll be the first one to say that to somebody if I feel that energy coming up, and I don't want to put myself in that energy, so I just, like, leave it at that. You see what I'm saying? And it's like, it's funny. And some of these females be actually attracted to you, like they'll look at you and then like a certain way, and then you will actually, and then they'll act a certain, like they don't want you to know, like, because it's just weird, like they're fucked up. It's crazy. But yeah, shout out to Jackie New, a real one, because she gets it, she understands. A lot of these other women, they don't understand because something's wrong with their brain. They're very hurt. Like, a lot of you guys think when you hear men talk about incels, or you hear men talk about men who hate women, there's just as much men hate women. There's women who hate men, but you guys don't fucking see it because women are in they're in a female body, so they're gonna express it differently. A woman isn't gonna have the same expressions as a man. So when a woman is happy, she expresses it different than when a man's happy. When a woman hates something and hates this, like when a man hates the system, we speak out, fuck this system, fuck the world. When a woman hates the system, they express it differently. They don't express it like men. So a lot of you stupid niggas aren't catching that. You guys just think that this women be, no, women have just as much hatred and disdain, if not more, for this world and this system as men do, but they express it differently because they're fucking hurt. Like, I've seen it. Like, this is why you have to get out the country, preferably a second or third world country, to really see it. It used to be you can go to UK, Australia, but with social media, there's so much women that want to be like Americans and that copy America due to social media, because the social media and the internet and YouTube is all over the globe now. So you got people in these Western countries like Australia, UK, where it used to be safe to go there, but now it's gradually getting worse because you go to these countries, everyone watches social media, so they try to copy the American, which they're taking on the mindset. So, and eventually it may even leak over to third world because everybody's trying to be like America. So that comes with the good and the bad. So they act like Americans, and it comes with the negatives, and then they take on the mental illnesses and the curses, the generational curses, and all that shit that comes with America. Because they're trying to be America, but they don't understand it's not like be your own. That's why, like, even when I went to UK, I'll see people that try to act like the US. Oh, I want to go to the US, and they'll start using our lingo, and I'm like, those are the people I stay the fuck away from. Like, get the fuck away from me. Like, I'll make them look like you're not cool. Like, first of all, like, be yourself. Don't try to. I came here to get away from that. Why are you acting like that? I hate that shit. That's why I just say, this is why I say, when I get my power, I'm going to Nigeria. I'm going to Nigeria. Way more, and it's like the women better looking over there. And I go to Nigeria. I go to fucking where else I go? I even no fuck South America. I don't like South America. Like, I don't know, just something about that. I don't like South America. But I go to Nigeria, probably Southeast Asia, and certain other countries. More than Nigeria, there's so many countries in Africa. I'll go somewhere else. There's so many places I'll go to go get women. Southeast Asia and probably Africa. That's probably where I'll go. Maybe South America. It depends what country. Probably the only like a few countries I'll go in South America, I'll go. But it depends where I will never go like to, because other places in South America, they're actually worse than the US, in my opinion. It's worse. I'm not saying it's a bad place. That's just my spirit is telling me don't go there. It's a very negative place. I'm not saying that you guys shouldn't go there. Like, I'm just speaking from my perspective. So don't sit there, but oh, he said don't go here, go. No, this is just this is me. Like me, there's certain things that don't resonate with my spirit, and I don't go. My spirits told me, and the energy I felt, stay the fuck out of Mexico and South America. I have nothing against people who are Hispanic. Most of my friends have been Hispanic. All my best friends from school have been like Mexican and shit, and people of that. So it's not even about hatred. It's just the location and the energy there. So it's not like a race thing. There's nothing to do with race, because at the end of the day, like, you guys see, I'm not a racist. I talk shit about every race. I talk shit about black. It don't make, it don't make it a difference. Everybody's fucked up. I'm just looking at this through logics and what I see. But if you do want to find some type of normal female partner or something, like you're trying to relate to somebody in terms of like date, don't date in America, because women out here are damaged because the social programming is so intense out here. This is why I like me. So I'm glad I have an Aries moon and Aquarius stellium. So I never really gave a fuck about love and romance like that. Like I could go get an escort and I'll be satisfied and get one. I don't need to have sex every day, because that's fucking, it's draining, and it doesn't feel good when you're doing it every day. At least to me, I need to have sex every now and then, probably once a week or every other week, because the energy builds up and it feels better. It's like if you smoke weed every day, it doesn't feel good. It's like the same with sex. So it's like, I don't need to fuck every day. I can get an escort every now and then, and I'm satisfied and I'm good. And I don't need no bitch yapping at her ear, because once I'm done fucking the female, I don't want to have nothing to do with you 9 times out of 10, unless it's some like spiritual shit we talking about, or business. I don't want to have nothing to do with you. And after I fuck the female, she wants to keep yapping her mouth and keep talking. And then if I want to go and do something, then it's a problem. And it just, I have that energy like, you just wanted me for sex. And it's like, bitch, yeah, I did just want you for fucking sex. But I don't want to say it to you because I'm not trying to be disrespectful to you. So like, I'm not dealing with this. This is why I just go get an escort or a prostitute or some shit, and I'm straight off that. And niggas, oh, you got an escort or a prostitute? I remember all my homies back in the day, like, oh, well, you got an escort or a prostitute? But the thing is, like, I'm not like you, though. When I have sex with an escort or prostitute, I feel satisfied. When you have sex with an escort or prostitute, you don't feel satisfied, because you need somebody to fucking cuddle you and hug you like your mother, because you probably have some mommy issues. Your mother didn't love you, so now you need I don't need no bitch cuddling me. I don't need that shit. You need that shit. All these men that talk shit about, oh, you got a prostitute, nigga, you just want a female to cut at you and fucking tell you they love you because you a fucking weirdo ass nigga. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with you guys who got dating and all. I'm not saying that. I'm talking about these bitch ass niggas. Because if you're somebody who can attract a partner and you guys relate and you have a good relationship, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about these men who are single and they in their 30s, and then they like you single and you're in your 30s and you complain you don't have sex, but you don't go get a prostitute. That tells me that you got mommy issues and you want some bitch to cuddle you and tell you that they love you. If you can't manifest that on your own, the right normal way, then you're a weirdo ass nigga. Just go get an escort. And if an escort can't satisfy you, on top of you not being able to manifest that on your own, that just further proves you're a weirdo ass nigga. I'm not saying you're a weirdo. If you want a partner and you want a female to tell you to love you and you can manifest that and it's a perfect part and you're in a relationship, I'm not talking shit about you. This has nothing to do with you. So please don't think that I'm saying any men who had a girlfriend, if you had a girlfriend before, I'm not saying that. I'm talking about these men who are single. There's men out here who are single, who never had sex before. And I said, why don't you go get an escort? Oh, I want to find the right one. They never say they want to find the right one. A woman will say, I want to find the right one. Men, they don't say that because they'll sound like a bitch. So they'll be like, oh, I don't get no escort because that's low class. Bitch, you just like a female. You want to find the right one because you care about these bitches like that. And there's nothing wrong with caring about these bitches. But if you're single and you in your 20s and late 20s and 30s and you want to act like you don't care, but at the same time you won't get an escort, bitch, you do care. You do care. Otherwise, you would have just got one. That's who I'm talking shit about. These niggas, and they try to act like they're like something's wrong. Like did you in your 30s? You hadn't had sex for years, or you never had sex, and you could just go get an escort. That shows me you want a bitch to tell you that she loves you and shit. And if you can't manifest that, and you in your 30s, nigga, you never manifested that, then there's something wrong with you. And you still haven't got an escort, there's something wrong with you. Get the fuck out of here. For real. And if I hooked up with a bitch and she was fine enough, I would talk her into fucking being an escort. A high end escort. If anything, make some money off the pussy. It will be a high end one, like we get fucking high end clients and $5,000-$10,000 per session, like not no cheap ass on the track shit. That's what Polite did with his female. And so look at the female and him, they still doing like this business. I don't give a fuck. I'm not like you motherfuckers. And if I'm not saying every man has to do that, but it's like everybody do their own thing. I'm just talking shit about the men who like they complain about women and shit, but then like it's just weird, man. I'm not even. I just have to say it. I just have to say it. Like I said, I'm done being a. If you don't like my content, just get the fuck out. Somebody said Figueroa Boulevard is where is that? I'm not saying I go and do this shit all the time, or I'm gonna go and. No, I'm not saying that. First of all, I don't even have the urge to fucking to keep doing that all the time. Like, who gives a fuck? But it's like at the same time, it's like nothing wrong with it. People look at like, oh, it's a problem with it. But then with me, it's like I don't, because I have to come to myself and ask myself, like, I don't care. Like, because back in the day, men used to be like, oh, you got an escort, but then when I look at it, I'm like, I don't care, because I will look at it from my perspective, and then when I see men and how they deal with it, they actually want somebody to love them as a female. And I'm not saying like, I don't want a partner or whatever like that, but it's like at the end of the day, like if you don't like me, if you don't think exactly like me or damn near like me, I'd rather just be not with anyone. If I could find somebody I could think like me, then that's good. But if I can't, I'm not gonna force it and try to find some stupid battered ass, mentally traumatized bitch and be like, try to make it a way and shape and form it to be perfect and pray and hope. I'm not the fuck. If you don't think like me, then fuck you. I don't need to deal with that shit. But other men, they'll be like, "Oh, you got an escort?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, I don't care. Like, who cares?" But then I used to be like, "Why do they do that?" But I realized they feel some type of way when they get it. I don't feel some type of way. So that made me realize like I don't like I'm not like them. So what they think is offensive to them is not offensive to me. But I would take on other people's offenses. Like somebody will be offended from liking apple pie. And then I like apple pie, and I'd be like, "Oh, he doesn't like apple pie, and he's talking shit about apple pie. I shouldn't like apple pie." That's how I was about it. Like he liked apple pie, and he didn't like apple pie, and he talked shit about it, and I liked it, and I felt insecure. Oh, I shouldn't like apple pie because he does. No, I like what I like. You like what you like. But when it came to the thing, I got confused at one point, thinking like, "Oh, I like escort." Like, no, but it's like, no, I'm different. My mind's different. Because when I tried to do it the way they were doing it, it didn't bring me no satisfaction as the other way I did it. So it's like, because I have an Aquarius stellium in a sixth house. Venus in Aquarius. Venus doesn't like to be in the sixth house, and I have it in Aquarius, which I like weird shit that's not the average person. Like back in my other days, like everybody used to want to go to the party and go have fun, do whatever. Like me, I could just smoke weed and just stare at a wall all day and just do weird shit. I like to do like because I have it in the sixth house, which Venus is like to be there, and it's an Aquarius. So a lot of the things that I like to do, that 99% of society looks at it like, why would you do that? That's not fun, but it's fun to me because I have a sixth house Venus in Aquarius, which I like to do weird shit that most people don't like to do. And I like to do boring shit because it's in the sixth house. So a lot of the shit I like to do is boring and different and weird that 99% of people don't like to do. So I have to realize like, this is what I like to do. This is not what other people like to do. And I have a stellium, a Mars as well, and a Saturn. So it's like I had to realize like the shit that I like to do, most people don't like to do. So when I was younger and there was things I like to do and people would say, "Why do you like to do that?" I will feel insecure and try to do things other people like to do. And when I did that, I didn't feel satisfied. So I realized you have to learn how to love yourself and love how to love what you like to do. You see what I'm saying? That's what was my shit. And as I get older, I go hard at what I fucking like to do. And I'm not saying like, oh, it's good to do escorts and all that shit, because I talk about on this channel about get rid of desires and sex and all that other shit. So, and even me getting rid of desires and sex, that's that Venus, Aquarius, and all that. Most people, they look at me like I'm crazy. What the fuck? Get rid of food and you see what I'm saying? So it's still playing out, even with me saying fuck sex and fuck food and fuck drink. Most people look at you, they'll look at me like I'm crazy, but I don't care though, because most of these people looking at me like they're crazy. They can't even manifest food and drink and sex. They have a fat, ugly bitch they eat Dollar Tree food. They can't even afford to go to a fucking steakhouse and pay for $300 steak dinner. They can't do any of that, but yet they want to talk about me. I can afford to do all that shit. I fuck fine bitches. I fucking ate expensive steakhouses and shit that most people can. But yeah, they want to say that, oh, you're weird for doing. Bitch, I've eaten better, fucked better, and did better than you. And yet you want to talk shit about me. You can't even uphold and maintain your desires and shit. You have a fat, ugly wife that you having sex with every night with some raggedy bastard ass snotty nosed children that you're forced to say you love, that you probably really think is a mistake. Bitch, miss me with that shit. And you want to hit on me. I don't even know if I want to upload this video. I'm gonna keep this video uploaded. I'm not deleting this video. This video gonna stay up. I'm just being real, like guys. I'm not trying to well, like I said, like I'm not even gonna say like I was gonna say I'm not trying to be negative, but first of all, if you a weak-minded spirit, then if you must be a weak spirit if a video can make you be negative. If this video can make you bring negative, then you must be a weak spirit. You weren't positive to begin with. Because if you're really truly positive, you would not see, you wouldn't, this video couldn't be negative to you. You see what I'm saying? This video can't be negative to you. Shit is crazy. But I'm about to probably go on to go get some gift. I'm about to go drop a gift off at a family member's house, and I'll go get some gift wrapping paper, or not a gift wrapping, but like a bag to put the little gift in. Well, I'm about to go steal it because I'm not paying for it. Because I don't pay for anything. Like, you guys think I was playing when I said I don't pay. I don't pay for nothing unless it's gas or well, I don't smoke no more and I don't eat like that, so I don't pay for nothing at this point unless it's an emergency. And it's not even because I'm trying to prove to anything like, oh, fuck the system. Like, at the end of the day, like, the people who run the system, like, shit, if I could be in a situation to run my system, shit, I'll run it the same way and charge people for shit and make people slaves and shit within reason. I won't go as far as these niggas do. So I'm not hating on their system that they created. So if anything, shit, I kind of envy it. I wish I had a motherfucking system like this. Shit. So I'm not like hating on it. I'm just doing it because I've been doing it for so long that like I'm used to it. Like, it's hard for me to actually go out and spend money because I've been doing it. So I can kind of see why they don't want people like you guys say, why do they have inflation and why they charge people? They have to, because human beings, the way human beings are programmed, human beings are ungrateful. Human beings will never be happy. If you gave every human being a Lamborghini and a fucking 3-acre mansion property with a big house built on it and shit, eventually human beings are going to be used to it and they're going to want more. Humans can never be satisfied. So like, it makes sense for them to have to raise the price. Because when I was selling stuff on OfferUp, there'll be products that I would sell, people would sell for $100, and that would be a good deal, and I would sell it for 70, which will be a steal compared to those prices. Eventually, after a while of me selling it for 70, nobody was selling it. People will say, oh, sell it to me for 50. I'm like, nigga, people are selling it for 100. I'm selling it for 70, and that's a good deal. So even if they were to raise price, like you say, a McDonald's sandwich costs $7 or $12. If they drop the price to $5, then people will complain that why is it not 50 cents? It was 50 cents back in 1951. If they dropped it to 75 cents, people will say, why isn't it 5 cents? Remember in the 40s, it was 5 cents. They drop it to 5 cents. Why can't it be free? Everyone's complaining. And even if they made it free, why are you making the hamburger free? Is there something wrong with it? They're using cheap ingredients. You see, that's why it's free. Humans can never be satisfied. So we live in a devilish, demonic world. You guys got to keep that in mind. Like, humans can never really be satisfied. So I can kind of see why they do it. This is why I say you got to just keep if people just actually developed inner happiness and went within and did what they have to do, this wouldn't even be a problem. We'll have our own system government and we'll be doing our thing, and it wouldn't be. Everybody's just trying to find happiness based on the maternal world and all this other bullshit. So you guys got to understand and keep that in mind when you're like looking at like what's going on. I just gotta like let you guys know that, and I'm probably gonna have to end this video. Damn, this motherfucker's driving mighty close to this car. Damn, almost hit my shit. I don't even got no insurance on this shit, so like if you hit it, nigga, like it's bad on you. You better hope your shit ain't damaged. Crazy. Remember some old bitch, she hit my front of my car. She hit it a little bit, and it was. My license plate was bent, but it was bent from like before I had bought the car. It was already damaged, and when she backed into me, she's like, "Oh, I dented your license plate." And my fucking dumbass is like, "No, it was already like that." I should have been like, "No, it wasn't like that," and got some money from the bitch. But I wasn't thinking. So like next time somebody runs into the front of my shit, I'm gonna be like, "You dented my license plate," and then they'll pay for it. I should have said it, but I didn't say. I wasn't thinking on the spot. She's like, "Oh, I dented your license plate." I'm like, "No, that was already there." And I was like, after I said, I'm like, "Fuck, I shouldn't have said that," because it was already dented, and she thought she dented it. And then some drunk Mexican fucking hit my shit in the back. I'm like sitting here chilling. I'm doing my Qigong. Oh, I'm doing my Qigong, right? And then some drunk Mexican Some drunk Mexican hit my car. I'm like, who the fuck hit my motherfucking car? I get out my motherfucking car, right? And I'm like, okay, what's going on? It's a Mexican nigga. It's like, everything's okay, man. Everything's okay. And I'm like, it's not okay, nigga. You hit my fucking car. It was no damage to it, so I just let it go. I'm like, you drunk ass motherfucker, get the fuck out of here. Fucking just sitting here like, everything's okay. You fucking stupid motherfucker. Like, lucky he didn't damage my shit, man. Fucking annoying. I mean, you better take your ass back to Sinaloa State with that shit, nigga. We in America. We be bringing that shit over here. Yeah, these motherfucking, and like, it's weird too, because when that shit happened too, I was at a peaceful, like, I was at a peaceful mindset. It's like it's just weird how like I felt like I attracted it too, because like certain, I don't know, I think it was some type of karma, because I remember like 2 weeks prior to that, I was hella like I was just doing some stupid shit. I was driving on a homie and shit. And like I was hella mad because somebody did something. I don't want to go into my business, but I got pissed off, and then I was driving my car, and there was like a trash can, and I fucking sped, and I fucking rammed that shit, and all the trash went in the street because I was pissed off because something happened, and I took my anger out, and I fucking ran into a trash can, and like all the trash went everywhere, and literally like a week later, then this shit happened. So I think that was like some karma, like I manifested it or some shit. So it was like, because like every time when negative things happen to me, I always look at like, okay, why did that happen? And every single time, like 99.9% of the time, I always can pinpoint why that happened. So like anytime something happens to me, I always can be like, okay, maybe it was because of this. Like nothing just happens to you for no fucking reason. Like in my city, there was a domestic dispute call. I guess it was like a nationwide thing. I guess some dude got shot. Fucking I guess he stabbed his wife and the police shot him in the city that I'm in, and it was on the news and shit. And everyone was all talking about like how the guy deserved to get shot, and I'm like, the way I do what I said, I was like, the man deserved to get shot and the bitch deserved to get stabbed, because anytime when I see a domestic dispute case, especially when it's children, I'm not gonna hate on children, even though some of these could be little demon children, but especially if you're a grown ass woman and you're in a domestic dispute case, I'm not just blaming the man. I'm gonna blame the man. You could blame the man obviously a little more, but the woman is involved. I don't ever look at, like, if I remember years ago there was some dude, this white dude I was cool with. He was all telling me a story how he seen some lady getting her ass beat by her husband, and he went and intervened. And in my mind, I'm like, why the fuck would you go and intervene? Like, you don't know what the fuck's going on. If you're a grown ass woman in this time and age and you attracting a situation where a man's whipping your ass, I'm gonna look at both of you niggas as crazy. I'm not gonna just look at the man as crazy or just the women. I'm gonna look at both of you niggas, because like, especially the way like women are now and how most men are that are unhinged and shit. Like, bitch, you attracted that nigga. Like the apartment complex that I stay at a couple months ago, there was remember I told you guys there was a two couple, they were arguing and shit. And it's funny thing is, because before that interest, the police had came because I guess he beat her ass and there was blood on the sidewalk. And before that situation happened, I knew there was something weird about him. Like my energy, like they had a negative energy. Every time I walk by these niggas, they always had a weird negative vibe. Like they'll always look at me negative or have an attitude for no reason. And both the man and the woman, like the man will walk like he's trying to fucking like puff his muscles, like he's like, you could tell he's fucking insecure and he has femininity issues and shit. So he has to act tough around other men because he feels weak around other men. So he had that type of problem. And the woman, she act hella like stuck up, just moved into an apartment next to ours. I'm like, these motherfuckers is weird. Cause I always spot out the people who live around me and shit. They're like our neighbors and shit. And then like a month later, 2 months later, it was a police call. And then like we hear a whole bunch of yelling, and like somebody was chasing somebody. And come to find out, there was like a puddle, like drips of blood in front of our apartment. Cause I guess he beat the shit out of her and she was running. And then the police was called.
And like in my mind, I was just, when that happened, it made me remember when the domestic dispute happened, and I was like, this is why I don't blame the man I don't just blame the man or the woman, because both of them motherfuckers look back shit crazy, and the bitch look hella weird and like stuck up and shit. And I'm like, she probably deserved to get her ass beat. And the other nigga, I could have foreseen in the future that he could have beaten her ass based upon her energy. So they're like a match to be made. They're meant for each other. Like, so I actually laughed at the situation, to be honest. That shit was actually funny to me. I don't even know who called the police. Like, whoever called the police, like, you're an idiot. You should have let that shit play out. That shit was hilarious to me. Fucking stupid. Like, and then people say don't judge a book by its cover. You used to be able to say that. 2024, I put it to the test. There will be times I will try not to judge a book by its cover. I will try. There was 2 times I did it within the last year. I was like, let me not judge a book by its cover. Failed. You have to judge a book by its cover. In 2024 onward, you have to judge a fucking book by its fucking cover. You have to. If you don't, then like, are you gonna watch some fucking porn not knowing if it's straight or gay porn? No, you're not. You want to know if it's straight or gay porn, depending on your preference. So why the fuck would you not judge a book by its cover? You want to know what the fuck you're dealing with. People say, "I don't judge a book by its cover," but yet you go and check to see if you want a straight porn site or a gay porn site. You don't just sit there and type in, just close your eyes and click the category of porn. You don't just fucking do that. So shut the fuck up with that. Don't judge a book. You need to judge a book, because if you go and click some fucking porn that you don't want to watch, it's going to fucking scar you. Go ahead and not judge a book by its cover and watch that shit scar you. People are fucking stupid with these goddamn sayings. I'm out. Like, I'm done. I'm about to go out. Peace, everyone.